Hey guys, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. You're much welcome to my channel. This is Kami's channel. Today we have a very interesting video. I have notes here because I want to discuss about some very vital things that actually I found out myself, or I I found that are very important for me if you want to come to Sweden or if you are new in Sweden. So 10 things that I find are very important for you to know before you come to Sweden or if you are new to Sweden. So guys, stay tuned. So number one, I'll start with don't rush. Like guys, there's this challenge that have been going on that don't rush. So I mean, you don't need to rush in Sweden. Like, you have to be ready to be on the queue in Sweden, step by step, at your time. Not you don't have to be in a hurry. Like most of the time, for example, if you go to the bank, there's numbers, so you have to take your number and wait for your time. You don't have to go to the person attending to the people and ask them, oh, can you please attend to me, I need to rush. No guys, you need to wait. Like, there's always so much queuing, there's so much lining in Sweden. If you are entering a bus, there's a line. Like, don't skip the line, don't jump the line, because people can find it so disrespectful. Like, you just skip the line. Like, people are used to making the line, like following the line. If you want to enter the bus, if you want to go out of the bus, if you're entering the train, or if you're going out the train, so you don't need to push people and go in, because this is how it is, guys. It's actually very disrespectful for you to jump the line. If you go to the hospital, take a queue, take a number, you'll be attended to. Unless it's a very emergency case, then they can attend to you immediately. Or maybe if you're in a hurry and you want to attend to something very fast, you can ask the person ahead of you, please, can I go ahead of you because I have an emergency? Yeah, people are very polite, people are very nice. They would say yes, you can do that, or they can say no, I am also in a rush. So guys, don't rush. So the other point I wanted to talk about is that when you are here, you need accommodation. Guys, you don't want to come here and be stranded. Like, it's very important for you to know where are you going to live. Like, you can't come here and you are not planned. Maybe you have an accommodation of 1 month, like that is very short. You need an accommodation at least 6 months or 7 months, so that during the 6 months, when the 6 months expires, you have time to look for another accommodation. And guys, like, if you're living in Stockholm, for those of you who live in Sweden, they would tell you how hard it is for you to get an accommodation. Not talking about an apartment now, even a room. Like, somebody have like 3-bedroom apartments and is wishing to rent out a room for somebody. Like, most of the time, as beginners, like as new people in Sweden, you start anyway, depending on how you came in. If you came in as a student, there is always like student apartments or shared apartment. And if you come here for any other reason and you're willing to stay, then you need to find an accommodation. So getting an accommodation is hard, so you need to plan that ahead. If you have friends here, kindly ask them to look for accommodation for you and pay in advance and show seriousness. Because if you don't show seriousness, the person that is hosting you can tell you, okay, you can't live here, you need to move up, maybe a 1 month. But normally they give notice, but things could go wrong, things could go rough, and maybe the person tells you, okay, next month you need to move out, and you don't know anybody. Or maybe if you know a friend, maybe the friend at that time cannot help you. So accommodation is very important. So you need to really work on accommodation when coming to Sweden. You need a place to live in. So guys, another thing that I find very important is, like, you need means of transport. Here in Sweden, we buy a card. Most of it we call it, if you're living in Stockholm, is SL card. If you're living in Uppsala, is OL card. But because I live in Uppsala, because I live in Stockholm, I'm gonna talk about Stockholm. And but generally it's almost the same thing. It's almost the same traveling card that you can acquire. You can buy them at the train station. There are people selling there. They can attend to you, or you can buy it online, or yeah, you can buy it online, you can buy it at the train station, and there are some machines also, like automated machine, that you can buy your card. Normally I find it very cheap to buy a monthly card. I think it's more economical than buying a daily, like everyday card. It's quite expensive, or you buy per hour. But if you know the kind of person that go out every day, then you can top up your card and you can use it when you want to go out. But if you want to go out regularly, then I would recommend for you to get a monthly card. But if you have more money, you can buy 1 month, you can buy 3 months, you can buy 6 months, you can buy 1 year. So depending on your budget and depending on how much you want to spend. You know, the reason why you need a means of transport, because the buses goes with their time, the trains goes with their time. So you don't need to go out and be thinking, oh, I need to buy a bus card, or I need to get this. No, it's good to plan ahead so that you will not miss your bus or you miss your train, because maybe if you miss your bus, you miss your train, and because they go like hand in hand. So guys, traveling means of transport are very important. Like, how do I get to one place, from one place to another? If you get like a monthly card, you can use it around the city you are in. So it's very, you can use it in the train, you can use it in the bus, you can use it in all these trains that goes within the city. Yeah, so guys, transport is very, very important. It's a little bit expensive, but it's good to have it. Then you know that that one is settled. Another thing that I find like very important is you have to be punctual. Like, you have to be in time. Like, Swedish people are very, very punctual. You don't come late. If you are late at least 15 minutes, call and inform the person you are meeting, like, I'm sorry, I'm going to be late and I would make it within the time we had planned. Maybe the person will say, okay, I'll wait for you. But you can't be late and then you don't say anything. Like, it's very rude. So when you are late, communication is very important, because everything here is time. The shops close, they have their own time, maybe from 10 to 11, or from 11, depending anyway. The shop, the hospitals, the bank, everything is on time. And remember, they have time where they have their lunch break. So it's very good for you to acquire information of opening hours and closing hours. So you don't just leave the house early in the morning and say, oh, I want to go to the shop and buy some bread, I want to go to get some milk. There is time. So you need to get to check and see when they open. Like, every shop has its opening hour, so time is very important. So be punctual, don't be late. If you are late, communication is very, very important, because Swedes are very disciplined when it comes to timing. They are very disciplined, they are always on time. If they can't make it, they will call you. If you have an appointment tomorrow, they might call you a day even before. So they are very, very organized, and you have to try to follow their own system. Another thing that I find very important if you are planning to come here is, like, you need to get a job. Like, because if you are living here, you need to pay your bills, you need to buy food, you need to, if you have a family, if you're coming from Africa, you need to get some money where you can help your friends and family. So you need to get a job. There's a place where you can register, and they will help you to get a job. You go in there, log in, look for all the vacancies they have, and apply for a job. So it's very important for you to, like, be very active, look for a job so that you will feel comfortable. Another point is you need to learn the Swedish language. Like, even if you have not started school, there is YouTube. You can go to the library, you can borrow books, you can buy audio CDs that you can listen to, and there's newspaper, free newspapers, so you can try and read. Even if you don't understand, just go through it. Maybe you can get one word or two. So it's very important for you to learn the Swedish language, because you don't want to be in a place where, like, they're speaking the language and you don't understand. When you learn the language, for me, Like, this is how I feel. When you learn the language, you feel part of the society. You understand them. You understand their culture. So it's very, very important for you to show interest in the Swedish language. And mind you, some jobs, they can't take you if you cannot speak Swedish. I mean, most of the job, they want you to speak Swedish because not everybody that is willing to speak English. Like, Swedish is not an English-speaking country, though most Swedes speak English and they are very good in English. But it's very important for you to learn Swedish. Before you are admitted to school to learn Swedish, you can learn on your own. Get a book and write some notes and try to learn, like every day, try to learn some words so that even when you go to school, it will be easy for you. So another point, you need true friends. Like, you need to look for friends because Sweden can be boring. Like, you are at home all alone, you don't have anybody to talk to. But well, if you have friends at home, then you have to get Wi-Fi at home, or you can buy internet on a kiosk like Pressbyrån, and you can load on your phone and then you or your laptop and talk to your friends through Skype or WhatsApp, or yeah, because you need company. But if you can try to look for friends whereby you can call them if you need any help, or if you need any information, or you need to go out for coffee, or you need to go to a restaurant. Like, it would be boring for you to be here alone. So try as much as you can to get some friends, and like I said, true friends, not those ones that will mislead you or those ones that will not put you on the right place. So guys, look for true friends and people that will help you grow as a person. Yeah, like, what are friends for? We make friends so that we can benefit from them, not necessarily in material things, but even as a person. You grow through how they talk or how they behave. You learn from them. So it's very important. And guys, the weather, like Swedish weather, changes like a chameleon. Like, it could be hot. Like, the recent days it's been very hot, but today in Stockholm, where I am, it's a little bit cloudy and I think it's gonna rain. But yesterday it was hot. The day before yesterday, I mean Monday, Tuesday, it's been really, really warm here. But today it's cloudy, though it's not that cold, but it's cloudy and dull. So the weather changes. So we have winter, we have summer, we have spring, we have autumn. The winters could be harsh. The weather have been changing every day, but still you need to have a winter jacket, winter boots, you need a scarf, you need something to put your head, you need something to put on your hands because it's very cold. So you have to be aware of the weather. The weather changes and you have to have the right clothes. You can, if you have those clothes from where you're coming from, carry some. Otherwise, you can come and buy here in any shop. The new ones could be expensive maybe if you just like starting new life. It's not easy to start life in a new country. It's not like you have all the money. Not everybody, most of the time, most people don't have all the money, but you can buy them in second-hand shop. There are second-hand shop that sell winter jacket, winter shoe. You can get them from any amount, maybe from $5 you can acquire yourself a jacket or a shoe. So, and most of them, they look good, like they are fairly used, because some people wear clothes and they don't want them, and instead for them to throw them that way, they donate to the second-hand shop where you can get them at cheap price. So weather can be very harsh. So another thing, be aware of the recycling bins. In Sweden, you have to be aware of your environment. You don't want to litter everywhere. It's actually very, very rude. Like, you have to keep the environment very clean because Sweden is very neat. So if you have anything that you don't need, like paper, or if you eat a fruit and the remains, you can throw them in the trash cans. There are trash cans on the road, there are trash cans inside the bars. So just make sure that you don't litter around and just use the trash can, okay? So it's very, very important. Another thing, you have to be honest. Like, Swedish people are very honest people. So wherever you go, don't try to be fake, just be real. They're very honest. Like, for example, if you get lost and you're looking for your location, ask anybody. They will, excuse me, I'm looking, and they will direct you. And if they don't know, they will tell you, oh sorry, I don't know the place. You ask somebody else, or they can maybe direct you to the people that can help you. So it's very good to ask. Like, if you're here, don't keep quiet. There's so much information in Sweden. Information is everywhere, so ask. And okay, my information is in Swedish, but most of the time it's translated in English, so it's very hard for you to be stranded or to get lost. And most Swedish people speak English, so you can also ask them, and they'll be willing to help you, so you don't have to feel stranded. So ask question. Is very important for you to ask questions so that you'll be on the right place at the right time. Okay, so guys, so we've checked accommodation, we've checked traveling means, we've checked be punctual, don't rush, that was number one. Then we check about getting a job, we check about learning the Swedish language, we check about honesty, we check about weather, we check about recycling bins, and we check about true friends. Another thing is your documents. I don't know how you came in, but just make sure that your documents are in place. If you have any question, ask the immigration center, and they look online, or how to maybe extend your visa, how to stay here permanently. Okay, that's another topic for another day, but it's very important for you to have your documents in place. And yeah, okay, another guy, there's another okay, sorry guys, another point is hospital. You need a clinic, especially if you have kids. You need to know where the closest clinic is, so that if in case the child gets sick, you can register them in that clinic. But if there is emergency, you can always call 112, and then you go to the main hospitals, and there they attend to you. But it's also important for you to know where the main big hospitals are. Most of them are not that far from the, if you're living inside the city. So, and then there's always information everywhere. So guys, it's good for you to know in case you are sick, where can I get attention. So it's very good for you to have a clinic. Either you register one for your kids or for yourself, you know. So it's very, very important, because health is very, very important. Then another point is like supermarkets. Like I said, check the opening time and the closing time. But there are supermarkets in every center. There's always a supermarket where you can get your grocery. So guys, there are so many things I could talk about when, if you want to come to Sweden, or if you are willing to, or if you are staying here and you're new, you are a new person in Sweden. So I think those are the things that I thought were so important to me. And I hope if you're planning to come, or if you're new here, then those things might be a kind of guideline. I will also talk about other things later, but for me, I thought that those were more important for you as a newcomer. So guys, thank you so much for watching my video. If you've not subscribed, please do that, and let me know what you think about this video. Did you like it? Give me a thumbs up. Oh god, did you like it? Thumbs up. You didn't like it? Thumbs down. It's okay guys. And share with your friends. Comment below and tell me your experience being in a new country, and things you would have done better, or things you would have known before coming, because you know, moving into a new place is very hard guys. So with those few remarks guys, wishing you a nice day. Bye bye.